Now they're ready for the first at Moonee Valley. Here's Bill Collins.
Pretty good line too. Special Recipe and Nam Nam Pros, Proud Swelter in line, and Princess Khadija joining them. A length and a half to Very Droll and Ravetta. Wonder Rancenza over on the outside and Chiraman last. Princess Khadija and Proud Swelter settle down a length in front of, on the outside, Nam Nam Pros. About a neck away on the rails, Very Droll, and they've got away about 2.5 lengths. Special Recipe, Chiraman, followed by Ravetta, Hard Ridden and Rancenza. Round the turn by the 700 and the leader, Princess Khadija, about a head to Proud Swelter. Very Droll's locked in on the fence. Outside it at the moment is Nam Nam Pros going after the leaders, and here's Special Recipe putting in a big run. Well clear then of Chiraman at the head of the others, Ravetta and last Rancenza. Up by the 450 on the corner, Very Droll's being hard ridden and is struggling. It's almost 4 in line. Princess Khadija the inside. Nam Nam Pros outside it looks to be going best of all, and now weakening on its run is Special Recipe. Very Droll running on, Proud Swelter still there. Into the straight now, Nam Nam Pros in front. Very Droll has picked up the bit out after Nam Nam Pros and Proud Swelter. Very Droll going home the better, put its head in front. Nam Nam Pros fighting back, there's nothing between them. Very Droll, Nam Nam Pros hit it together, and Very Droll a nostril to Nam Nam Pros. 2 lengths away third, Proud Swelter, Ravetta. They were followed further back in the field then by Rancenza, made up a lot of ground. Princess Khadija showed pace and weakened Special Recipe, and last home is Chiramin.
Numbers there at Moonee Valley as called by Bill are 1, 5 and 3, but it will be a photo. Very Droll looks as though it may have got the stride in on the outside to get it. The top weight number 1, Very Droll, may be in a photo from number 5, Nam Nam Pros, and number 3, Proud Swelter. 1, 5 and 3. And the judge calling for the photo after the first at Moonee Valley. Will confirm them shortly. In the meantime, back to the tennis. Checking the result of the first event at Moonee Valley. The winner, number 5, Nam Nam Pros, got there in the photo. 120 and 55. Second, 1, Very Droll, 50. Third, 3, Proud Swelter, 75. The Quinella, $1. And the trifecta, $5.55. Official closings on the first event. Race 2 from Moonee Valley at 1:15.
30, love.
Attendant being called in with one of the runners. He's there, the field settles, they're racing. And Fair Ross didn't want to jump away and dropped out 2 or 3 lengths behind the body of the field. When they settle down into stride, and Prophet King's going to be the early leader from Still There. Nobody anxious to go, but going through into third place, Mandatory on the outside of Ben Battle, and then Mr. Somebody, a length and a half, Surveillance, Merry Bow. 1 to Equity Girl, 2 or 3 lengths to Bronski, a length to Stardust Planet, and 2.5 lengths to Fair Ross. Round the 800 corner the first time, and Prophet King led a length and a half to Still There. Ben Battle, the Taswegian, on the inside. Mr. Somebody pulling outside it. 2 lengths to Mandatory, has settled nicely in 5th placing, and trailing it is Surveillance. Then Merry Bow, a length to Equity Girl. 1 further back in the field, then came Stardust Planet. 2 to Bronski and another 2 to Fair Ross. Up by the 500 the first time, coming to the turn into the straight. Prophet King led about a length and a half to 2 lengths to Still There, and a half length to Mr. Somebody, still pulling, and so is Ben Battle on the rails 4th. Surveillance has gone up to its girth, a length and a half to the top weight Mandatory, which has settled pretty well. 1.5 to Equity Girl, Merry Bow, 2 to Stardust Planet, and 2 further back Fair Ross, now moving up to join Bronski at the rear. In the straight they come now for the first time, and the leader, Prophet King, about 3 parts to Mr. Somebody, who's gradually edging closer. Still There's dropped in on the rails third, and about a length to Surveillance, 2 lengths to Ben Battle, 2 to Mandatory, and a length and a half further back Equity Girl from Merry Bow, about 2.5 lengths Stardust Planet, length and a half to Fair Ross, and Bronski's dropped out to the rear. 1600 out down the hill. Prophet King about a half length to Mr. Somebody, still pulling. 3 parts away is Still There, and a length then to Surveillance, a length and a half Ben Battle, 1.5 to Mandatory, eased off the fence, and about 2 lengths Equity Girl, a length and a half Merry Bow, Stardust Planet, 1.5 Fair Ross, and about 2 lengths away Bronski. Back to the 1200 where they started, and the leader still now Mr. Somebody's eventually taken over from Prophet King. Surveillance going with them now into second placing as the pace has clapped on. 2.5 lengths Still There, hard ridden, another couple to Ben Battle. Mandatory's got up on the inside of it now, and 2 to Equity Girl, about 2.5 Stardust Planet, Merry Bow. Fair Ross pulled to the outside, and about 3 lengths to Bronski. They go towards the 800 corner. Mr. Somebody a neck only to Surveillance. 2 away Prophet King struggling. 1 to Still There. Ben Battle, Mandatory going up on the fence. 1 to Equity Girl, a length and a half. Fair Ross still making ground, dropping out Stardust Planet, and a gap to Bronski and Merry Bow. Up by the 600, Surveillance joined Mr. Somebody about 3 lengths to Mandador, getting up to third. They're followed by Equity Girl. Fair Ross being hard ridden on the outside. He's not travelling all that well now. And then still there, the rest are gone, headed by Stardust Planet and Ben Battle. Mandador ran into a dead end, was going well. Equity Girl put him there and it swooped up to the leaders and took the lead from Mr. Somebody and Surveillance. Mandador's had to stop and go to the outside. She should have got a winning break here, Equity Girl, and Fair Ross only struggling. Equity Girl got 2 in front into the straight. A big weight advantage over Mandador is the only danger from Mr. Somebody and then Surveillance. But Equity Girl holding Mandador safely at bay. Mandador trying hard with his big weight, but Equity Girl goes on to win by about only a half length to Mandador. Good ride that, 3 or 4 lengths away, Mr. Somebody third from Surveillance, Stardust Planet. Fair Ross disappointing, and then still there, further back, Bronski, and a long gap to Ben Battle and Merrybow the last to finish.
Numbers in the second of Moonee Valley are 4, 1 and 5. A pretty ride by Gary Willits aboard Equity Girl, number 4. From 1, Mandatour, Stan Aitken, and third placing to 5, Mr. Somebody, Gary Murphy. 4, 1 and 5 after race 2 at Moonee Valley. We'll have official tote shortly. In the meantime, let's go back to the tennis centre. With correct weight, the winner, Equity Girl, $3.90 and $1.25. 1, Mandatour, $1.40. 5, Mr. Somebody, $95. Cornella, $17.35. Trifecta, $166.25. The first running double, $14.25. The third from the Valley at 10 to 2. Back to the tennis. Jumped in the third at Moonee Valley.
The All White getting up on the inside rail. They're going fast early. Good Time Dancer, Inca around them, followed by Ashen Star. Then came Almerta Jazz. Wonder Dancer's got a long way back in the field at this stage. A long gap to Fearless Jake and Champs. 2 or 3 lengths then to Painted Ocean. Well back is Sea Brigand towards the rear with Insolent Pride and Listerfair Lover tailed off. Up by the 700 now, and the leader Melbourne's Own, 3 parts Good Time Dancer, Hafif in the All White about to go 3 deep. Almerta Jazz at stablemate on the rails from Inca. Wonder Dancer driving through in the centre from Ashen Prince, and then at the head of the others Fearless Jake, and forget the rest. 400 out, Melbourne's Own kicked away. In second placing, Hafif hard ridden, and there followed by Wonder Dancer and Inca the outside struggling. Good Time Dancer on the inside is only going fairly at this stage, and Melbourne's Own is clear. Wonder Dancer, the danger's starting to rattle home down the outside and grabbed it in a stride. Hafif is in third placing, but in the run home, Wonder Dancer drawing right away from Melbourne's Own. Good Time Dancer battling on the rails with Almerta Jazz, but Wonder Dancer won, pulling up by 3 lengths. Second was Melbourne's Own. Good Time Dancer third. Fourth in the race then was Almerta Jazz. Painted Ocean made up ground next from Inca and Sea Brigand. Hafif was a very weak read from Listerfair Lover. They were followed further back Fearless Jake, Insolent Pride, Champs and Ashen Prince, one of the last.
Numbers as called by Bill are 1, 9 and 3. The winner, number 1, Wonder Dancer, ridden by Brent Thompson. Second, number 9, Melbourne's Own, Kevin Forrester. Third, number 3, Good Time Dancer, Harry White. 1, 9 and 3 as called by Bill Collins on the third. Let's go back to the tennis now, and John Newcombe really struggling to stay in touch with Stan Smith.
30.
Number 3 at Moonee Valley with correct weight. The winner, 1, Wonder Dancer, $1.55 for the win, 70 cents for the place. 9, Melbourne's Own, $1.50. 3, Good Time Dancer, $1.15. The Quinella paid $11.55, Trifecta $81.10, and the running double $21.80. Numbers 1, 9 and 3. After race number 3 at Moonee Valley, the Stanley Wooten Stakes is race 4. We'll be taking you back to the Valley at 2:25. In the meantime, it's back to Flinders Park. Here's Bill Collins.
Caught them as one. Cameronic through the head in the air, lost a bit of ground. First out now, Testimony picking up speed from Skyfaloo. Courier Bay's up there today, third. Special settles down fourth. Isoma the outside of Cameronic. Lord Scotia the centre, and 4 wide is Daring John. At the 900, Skyfaloo got through to lead a half to Testimony. 1 to Courier Bay, a neck to Special. 1.5 Cameronic. They were followed by Daring John, 3 deep in the centre. Lord Scotia 1.5 to Isoma. Round the 700 corner, they're packed right up now. And the leader Skyfaloo under restraint from Testimony. Special's about to move out 3 deep. He's not going to get pocketed. Then Courier Bay looking for the run. Daring John, not a lot of pace on Cameronic. Isoma last with Lord Scotia, but only 4 off the lead. 4.50 to go near the turn. Skyfaloo ahead to Testimony. A half to Special. 1.5 Courier Bay. They're sprinting now. They're followed by Daring John, Cameronic. 1.5 to Isoma, Lord Scotia. On the turn, Testimony the outside, and Skyfaloo a half to Special. He hasn't let go yet. Courier Bay looking for the run. Isoma's too far back. Now he's off on Special. Testimony took the lead. Special grabbed it quick.
quickly. Courier Bay going for the split in the centre. Special's taken the lead with 100 to go, and she's a great mare. She's going to win. Special down to the line to win by a half length. Smashed the course record to smithereens, I think. They were followed further back in the field. Second Testimony. Skyfaloo got up on the inside. Courier Bay might have just beaten it for third, and they're followed by Lord Scotia Cameronic, Isoma and Daring John.
Right, the numbers as called by Bill, 8, 4 and a photo. The winner, number 8, and that is Special, ridden by Michael Clark. Second placing to number 4, Testimony, ridden by Darren Murphy. And the judge calling for the photo for third, and Skyfaloo pretty prominent there, and it's very tight for third placing, so we'll confirm them shortly. It's 8, 4 and a photo after the Stanley Wootton Race 4 at Moonee Valley. The placing shortly. In the meantime, let's go back to Flinders Park. The official dividends race 4 at Moonee Valley, number 8 Special, 85 and 55. 4 Testimony, $1.05. 1 Courier Bay, 95. Quinella, 3.35. Trifecta, 29.75. The running double paid $3 even. They're official after race 4 with correct weight at Moonee Valley. The big one of the day, race 5, the Alistair Clark Stakes, live at 3:05. Tiller opened up at $1.15, but they've come forward in a big way. It's now 85 cents. Carpstad out to 3.35. Mr. Dynamite's been easy, 7.35. Lygon Arms easy, as too has been Spacecraft. And just about all of the others have been easy, down to number 10 Leisure. Let's look over the page at the other 3 runners. And the only one in the betting is Impazera, 3.35 out to $4.30. Win pool 332,000 and a place pool 168,000. But Flotilla certainly the one that they've plonked upon here, and the Jack Denham trained horse here really does look the one to beat. They're all set to go for the $500,000 Alistair Clark Stakes as we go to the Valley and Bill Collins.
Waiting for the light. The field is ready. There's the light now. Racing in the run for the roses, and Impazera away well. Flotilla's begun very well, and so has Lygon Arms and Spacecraft out wide. Getting back towards the rear, Leisure, Royal Centurion, Pontifico and Colonial Chief is back there. At the judge, Flotilla led with Spacecraft joining it from Impazera third. Lygon Arms is fourth, and then came Celtic Spirit, Fire, Twig. They were followed then by Carpstad Court, 3 wide. Behind them, Galway Dream, Pontifico, the rails. Mr. Dynamite, 3 wide, but about to be eased. 3 lengths to Leisure as they go down the hill, and then Royal Centurion and Colonial Chief. Flotilla led down the hill at the 1400, is 3 lengths in front of Spacecraft, who's under double wraps. 1.5 Impazera, Lygon Arms, and now Carpstad's moving around them quickly, going up towards second placing. Next, Celtic Spirit, followed by Fire, Twig, Pontifico, Galway Dream, and then Mr. Dynamite, who's got well back with Colonial Chief, and Leisure at the rear with Royal Centurion. Past the 1200, and Hall has Flotilla out 2.5 lengths in front. He was keen in his preliminary, and he's racing that way. Second now, Carpstad, 1/2 to Spacecraft, 1.5 Impazera, then Celtic Spirit, 1/2 Lygon Arms, 1.5 lengths Pontifico. Mr. Dynamite sneaking up on the fence from Fire Twig, hard ridden. Then Galway Dream, 1.5 lengths Colonial Chief, and 2 lengths to Leisure and Royal Centurion. Round the 800 corner, Flotilla by 2 lengths to Carpstad, 1/2 Spacecraft. The fence from Impazera pulled out now. Here's Lygon Arms making its run from Pontifico, and Mr. Dynamite's out off the fence, and they're followed by Royal Centurion. With 600 to go, Flotilla in front, Hall starting to ride it now, 3/4 of a length. Spacecraft getting up on the fence, and Impazera. Lygon Arms is struggling, and Capstad's gone, and then Mr. Dynamite, but Flotilla's beaten them off. 300 to go, he's kicked 1.5 lengths clear of Impazera, the filly. Spacecraft, and then came at the head of the others, Lygon Arms, Mr. Dynamite. Hall went for the whip, and immediately the leader, Flotilla, found another length. Flotilla moved out 2 lengths to Impazera, Mr. Dynamite, and Flotilla's running for the roses. Flotilla down to the line, leads all the way, wins by 3. Mr. Dynamite second, and neck away Impazera third, then Celtic Spirit, Spacecraft. They're followed by Carpstad, Lygon Arms, Leisure, Wellback, Fire Twig, Galway Dream, then Royal Centurion. Back at the rear of the field, with it was Pontifico and Colonial Chief.
And the interim dividends, the winner Flotilla, 85 for the win, 60 cents for the place. Second, Mr. Dynamite, $1.40. Third, Impazera, $1.10. The numbers 1, 3 and 12 interim dividends after the running of race number 5 at Moonee Valley. And Greg Hall continuing his great run of success lately aboard Flotilla. Second, Mr. Dynamite, $1.40. Third, Impazera, $1.10. The Quinella paid $6.05. Trifecta 47.35, and the running double very popular special and Flotilla $1.10. The numbers 1, 3 and 12 after race 5, the Alistair Clark Stakes at Moonee Valley. Sixth event this afternoon is the Glenroy Handicap, and that is due to commence at 3:45. The scratching is number 2 Globetrotter. And at Moonee Valley, Bill Collins.
Set to go, they're racing. Jumped away pretty well. Spartan Valley took a while to get going. Bailwick was the first to get going. Tracosta away well from in the field, and over on the outside Elvakira is going to head them all off, showing a bit of dash today, and they were followed then behind those horses by Eastern Classic, who's caught very deep early from Historic. Spartan Valley out to second last. And last Stevens Mate. He grabbed hold of Elvakiro, and Bailwick headed it off into the back straight at the 1200. Half a length to Costa, one of Elvakiro in the box seat, a length and a half further back in the field. Historic a neck on the fence. 1 length to Eastern Classic, who's got one off the rails from Spartan Valley, and Stevens Mate is 8 from the leader. Going towards the 900, the leader Bailwick about a half length clear. Second on the outside is Tracosta, a length and a half Elvakiro. It's got its mouth open, Elvakiro. One to win the field. Length Historic, a neck to Eastern Classic, getting a bit closer, and 1.5 Spartan Valley and Stevens Mate. Round the 800 corner, 700 to go up the side. Bailwick a half length to Costa. 2 lengths Elvakiro, and in the field in full flight on the outside. Stevens Mate's made a fast run. It's gone past Eastern Classic. Then Historic has gone back to last with Spartan Valley. 500 out, Bailwick just in front, being tackled by in the field, who got to the lead now from Bailwick, and Stevens Mate around them. Elvakiro's badly held up. Eastern Classic next, and then Tracosta. Historic's last on the corner. 300 out in the field, travelling well. Led a length now and kicked away on the corner from Stevens Mate. Bailwick. Eastern Classic's the danger, trying to get through as he went for the whip on in the field. Eastern Classic gets the split, races up to in the field in a stride. It's all over. Eastern Classic shoots away and goes on to score by about 2 lengths to win the field. Elvakiro got out to come home and run third from Bailwick, then Stevens Mate. Next Historic, a shocker, then Spartan Valley, and Tracosta is last.
Numbers 1, 3 and...
This is it. The
Trifecta 31.85. The running double $2.10, extra double $2.65 at 10 past 4. We'll be taking you live to Sydney for the running of the all-important Pango Pango Stakes. In the meantime, back to Flinders Park. We're all locked away for the running of race 7, the Diamond Jubilee at Moonee Valley. Bill Collins.
They've jumped away in a pretty good line. Sister Shirley was first out. Silver Satellite headed it off in a stride. English Charm well away. Then Laleham, Princess Calabrina's about 4th or 5th. Tar Green, Magic Breakfast out wide. Glowing Idol working over. And Bianco flies back third last. With it there is Lady Lindlam, and Glorious Way is back at the rear. Round the turn at the 1200, Silver Satellite, a length Princess Calabrina, a neck Magic Breakfast, 1.5 Sister Shirley. Glowing Idol's up running about 6th, and then came English Charm, a length further back, My Abbey Tar Green, a half to Jarrah. 1.5 Lady Lindlam, followed by Glorious Way back near the rear of the field. Bianco Flyer is another one who's well out of it, and Laleham about third last. At the 800 corner, the Grey Silver Satellite, Wonder Princess Calabrina. 1.5 Magic Breakfast, Sister Shirley on the rails. Glowing Idol in 5th place, moving forward. 2 to English Charm, and then My Abbey, 1 to Jarrah. Lady Lindlam to the outside. Bianco Flyer's going to need a bit of luck. It's well back with Laleham, Tar Green, and Glorious Way last. Up by the 600 now, and here Princess Calabrina took over from Silver Satellite. Here comes to Jarrah, Magic Breakfast, and Glowing Idol. Lady Lindlam following him, and Bianco Flyer, he's got a run on, and it's quickly moving towards the leaders. Princess Calabrina joined by Sister Shirley, who got a fluke run, but Bianco Flyer's tackling them out wide, and it's Sister Shirley. Bianco Flyer settling down to fight it out from Lady Lindlam. Bianco Flyer took the lead about a neck in front when they straightened over on the inside. Sister Shirley, then Lady Lindlam, but Bianco Flyer's going to win the money, and the favourite Quadrella's got in. Scores ahead Bianco Flyer. 3 lengths, Jarrah might have got third, and nose in front of Lady Lindlam. They were followed about 2 lengths away by My Abbey. Next in the field, Glorious Way, Laleham, and then Glowing Idol, Princess Calabrina. Behind those horses then came Tar Green, English Charm, Magic Breakfast, and last home in the field is the Grey Silver Satellite.
Numbers are 9, 11 and a photo as called by Bill. The winner number 9, Bianco Flyer, ridden by Mick Clark. Second number 11, Sister Shirley, Harry White. Judge calling for the photo for third, and Bill fancies number 12, Jarrah, maybe just in third placing. 9, 11 and a photo, race 7 at Moonee Valley. Let's check the result of the Pango Pango at Sydney, Rose Hill. The winner number 1, Zetative, paid $1.05 and 55, and what a brilliant win it was. Second number 2, Star Watch, 55. No third tote for Astrologist number 3. The Quinello Well, you've exercised your money. 50 cents for the numbers 1 and 2 and the trifecta in racebook order 1, 2 and 3. $4.35. We'll have the official placings on race 7 at Moonee Valley in a moment. $1.85. Quinella 18.60. Trifecta 235.30. Running double paid $2.70. The daily double on 1 Flotilla and 9 Bianco Flyer paid $2.75, and the Quadrella 8, 1, 1 and 9, a very popular $6.90. Final event, the Bill Collins Handicap at Moonee Valley, and this event is over 1,200 metres. Tote favourite is number 7, and that is a credit showing $1.90 for the win, and the top weight change of habit second pick on $2.05, and others in the betting number 3, Ascot Lane $3.65, and round about $4.65 for number 2, Proven Valour. Now, Storm Wedge, the last one to go into the stalls, moves in. They're all set. Here's Bill Collins for the Bill Collins Handicap.
Almost in. Now I think it is. And so they're set. This is it. And the light's on. The Bill Collins Handicap ready to go. They're racing. Black Blaze slow away, so is Be Reasonable, and also Seas Rising. Storm Wedge first out from Garrison. Proven Valour away well with Prince Polaris. Brilliant Invasion, Ascot Lane. They're followed by a credit in about 5th to 6th placing Lord Tiamo wide. Change of habit is well back. It's only in front of about 4 or 5 horses, and then Black Blaze back with it is at the head of the other Spa Dance. Round the 800 corner, Storm Wedge a length to Garrison, 1.5 to Proven Valour. The rails, Prince Polaris outside at 3 deep. Lord Tiamo going up quickly. Length and a half further back then is a credit who's snookered in on the fence at the moment from Ascot Lane. Change of habits made up some ground. Then Spa Dance, Black Blaze, Brilliant Invasion, followed by Be Reasonable, Venuzzo, and last of all is Seas Rising. 400 out and Storm Wedge, the leader, Lord Tiamo tackling it with Garrison, and in the centre Prince Polaris. They're 2 lengths to Prince Valour, Proven Valour, and then came a credit. Be Reasonable flashing home. Change of habit couldn't win. Into the straight, Lord Tiamo took a narrow lead on the outside from Garrison. Here comes Be Reasonable down the outside from a credit who got knocked over. Lord Tiamo in front. Be Reasonable grabbing it at every stride from Garrison and Ascot Lane. Be Reasonable out wide is going to get up. Yes, it's won it. Be Reasonable's won it. Narrowly from Ascot Lane, which got up on the fence. Lord Tiamo third, and Garrison is always also in the photo, may have just missed the place from Proven Valour, a credit who got flattened in the straight. Then Black Blaze, Prince Polaris, Brilliant Invasion, Venuzzo, Change of Habit, Storm Wedge further back, and last home in the race is Spa Dance. Next to last is Seas Rising.
Bill Collins sees them 5, 3 and 6 in the final event. Be Reasonable, Kevin Forrester flashing home to beat Ascot Lane, Gary Willits. And third is tight, but possibly number 6, Lord Tiamo, Brent Thompson. 5, 3 and 6 as called by Bill on the final event at Moonee Valley. $1.30, 6 Lord Tiamo, $1.55. Quinella, $25.80. Trifecta, $591.30. The final running double, $25.15. And the quad extra on 1, 1, 9 and 5, $150.60. Numbers 5, 3 and 6 in the final event from Moonee Valley. That's all as far as racing's concerned. A full wrap-up of sport tonight at 6 o'clock.
Focus and magnify.
Star Watch, what's it going to be? Well, we're about to find out. And, of course, Zetative Jimmy Cassidy in the saddle and Star Watch with Mick Dittman in the saddle. And, as I said, it is a great clash coming up there in Sydney. So let's take a look now at the running of the Pango Pango Stakes.
Zetative ahead, Star Watch settling, but Star Watch is now going to lead. Who Done It third and fourth, Minriga, a length astrologist, Prince Regent second, last English Echo last. Now, they're going to keep Star Watch wide, and at the end of 300 metres, Who Done It leads. About 3/4 of a length on Star Watch. Third on the inside is Minriga. Zetative is fourth, a length and a half to Prince Regent, travelling inside of Astrologist and 2 English Echo. In this pattern, they go to the side of the track, and Who Done It, a length and a quarter Star Watch. A similar margin third is Zetative, moving away from Minriga, then Prince Regent, Astrologist, and 3 or 4 to English Echo. It's Who Done It, the New Zealander, a length and a quarter. Star Watch as they commence the run around the bend. Zetitave another length away, third and pulling out 3 and 4 wide now, and Dittman's going on Star Watch. Straightening up, 300 out, and Star Watch with that explosive burst quickly dashed to the lead from Who Done It. Zetitave on the outside. He's coming at Star Watch now at the 200, and Zetitave doing better than Star Watch. Dittman's gone for the whip on Star Watch. Cassidy on Zetitave, but Zetitave's drawn away. He's nearly a length on Star Watch, and then Astrologist and Prince Regent, but Zetitave maintains his unbeaten record. 6 out of 6. Zetitave has beaten Star Watch, Astrologist and Prince Regent, followed by...
And there it was, and a brilliant victory to Zetitave, number 1, and he is certain now to start favourite in the Golden Slipper next week. All honours with the winner, number 2, Star Watch, Mick Dittman second, and third placing going to number 3, Astrologist, ridden by Shane Dye. The numbers 1, 2 and 3, that was the Pango Pango Stakes run a short time ago in Sydney. Well, that's the situation with racing. Still a couple more races to come. 2 more races to come, in fact, from Moonee Valley this afternoon, and that is the Diamond Jubilee Stakes. That's our next event for telecast at 20 minutes after 4, and the last event at 5 o'clock. More.
That's the scene out at Rose Hill, where we'll be crossing shortly for race 4, which is the Rose Hill Guineas, worth $300,000 in prize money. Certainly, Rose Hill looks in pretty good nick. A little bit of overnight rain out there. All right, Johnny Tapp has chosen Sky Chase as his pick in this race, the Cummings trained colt. And Johnny Tapp, 10 years of racing on television on 9, they tell me. Congratulations, mate.
Thanks, Ian. Yes, it's just over a decade since we commenced live racing on Channel 9 in Sydney, which of course has since multiplied to a vast network around Australia. And, well, I can't believe 10 years have gone by. Kenny Callender, that's a hell of a lot of tote calls. And in crossing down to you, mates, I know you've been torn between Sky Chase and High Regard on weights and figures. Sky Chase can't turn the tables on High Regard, but I had a gut feeling that Sky Chase was very unhappy on the Canterbury circuit the other day. What did you think?
Yeah, John, that's probably right. But also now with the going in the first few races not seeming to favour horses on the inside, the bookies have taken a huge gamble against High Regard. He's about 5 to 1 in the bookies ring, 3 to 1 on the tote. Sky Chase is odds on with bookies and 5 to 4 on the tote. Ma Wong, another uncomfortable in the going, is at 13 to 2. Don't Play from Brisbane, he likes the ground, is 25 to 1. Hunter is 20 to 1. Century Judge 15. Macquarie Prince is scratched. 30 Whiskey Supreme. 20 Brixton Town. The others are long odds.
The William Inglis Rose Hill Guineas, and they'll be in view in just a matter of moments. And here they come now, and High Regard went straight to the lead over Hunter. Sky Chase well away is up running third on the outside of Butterfly Star, and Ma Wong is out a bit deep early, followed by Brixton Town. Sire Siang is just behind those, racing fiercely and throwing the head about. Out deep is Whiskey Supreme, followed by Holly Doll Girl, and then Don't Play. Century Judge getting well back in the early stages, followed by Sandy's Pleasure, Mighty Willem, and last of all is Prince Lochinvar. To the back now towards the 1500 mark, and High Regard had pulled his way to a big lead. Opened up a break of about 5 lengths on Hunter. 2 away third is Ma Wong, and then Sky Chase taking closer order, followed by Butterfly Star, Brixton Town. A length to Whiskey Supreme. The field is well spread out though, with High Regard going at a cracking pace past the 1200 mark. Further back is Saya Siang, followed by Don't Play, and then Sensory Judge, Holly Doll Girl. Well back Sandy's Pleasure with Prince Lochinvar and Mighty Willem. High Regard at the 1000 mark, led by about 4 lengths on Hunter, but he's wanted to go a little fiercely today, High Regard. Ma Wong is a half length away on the outside, and then Sky Chase, followed by Brixton Town, Butterfly Star. 2 lengths away, Whiskey Supreme at the 800 mark, and then Saya Siang from Don't Play. Sensory Judge is well out of his ground, and then Prince Lochinvar, Sandy's Pleasure, Mighty Willem, and dropping out last is Holly Doll Girl. High Regard in front at the 600 mark by a length on Hunter. A neck away, Ma Wong on the outside, and Sky Chase tracks them into the straight, followed by Butterfly Star, Brixton Town under heavy pressure, and then Sensory Judge midfield as they turn for home, where High Regard just led. Hunter's the first to pounce though. Hunter going after High Regard, 2 lengths or more to Sky Chase, starting to wind up now, and Sky Chase is coming out after them. Brixton Town running on gamely near the inside. High Regard headed by Hunter. Here comes Sky Chase. Sky Chase coming after Hunter, and High Regard. Brixton Town on the inside is battling on doggedly. Sky Chase hit the lead 100 out, and it's the real Sky Chase today as he starts to draw away, relishing the soft ground, and Sky Chase wins the Rosehill Guineas. I think Brixton Town second. Now third, Hunter's in a photo with the fast-finishing Mighty Willem. Don't Play and High Regard close up, and then Century Judge, Prince Lochinvar. Ma Wong dropped out of it, followed by Whiskey Supreme, Butterfly Star, then Holly Doll Girl, and the last couple of Sandy's Pleasure and Sire Sighing. Well, we saw the real Sky Chase today on the roomier Rosehill track.